You could fight any female right now. Who would you want to go with?
Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top. You know, I'm still 26. She's been around for a long time.
Right now, I'm not too sure that Shevchenko is the best 125er there is. This girl is, man, she goes after people. She is nasty.
Valentina has to fight this one.
Dakota Ditcheva has just sent a clear warning message to Valentina Shevchenko following her brutal knockout of Taila Santos. And trust me, this is a warning the UFC flyweight champion needs to take seriously. The 26-year-old British sensation has become a millionaire, crowned the PFL flyweight world champion, and now she has her sights set on the biggest name in women's MMA. But the question remains, is she truly ready for the legendary bullet?
They've been deep for sure. Santos is in trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
Stay tuned as we break down everything you need to know about this potential superfight that has the entire MMA world buzzing. Let's begin with the moment that changed everything. Just last month in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva did what many believe to be impossible. She completely dismantled Taila Santos in just 2 rounds.
Matchup right now is a woman that's not even in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. She's in the PFL. Dakota Ditcheva is the best flyweight outside of the Ultimate Fighting Championship right now. She's up there. She's up there with Alexa Grasso, Manon Fior, and the rest of them. And I'm not afraid to say it. 14-0, 9 first-round knockout TKO. Insane power. Dakota Ditcheva has been viral on the internet for a reason. And in her last fight, fighting Taila Santos, TKO in the 2nd round. She usually beats him in 1.
Why is this so significant? Because Taila Santos is not just any fighter. She is a former UFC title contender who gave Valentina Shevchenko one of the toughest fights of her career back in June 2022. Many fans actually believed Santos won that fight. But Dakota Ditcheva made it look easy: brutal body shots, devastating clinch work, and that signature Muay Thai precision that has become her trademark. The finish was so dominant, it instantly shifted the conversation from "who is Dakota?" to "how would she do against Shevchenko?"
Valentina Shevchenko versus Dakota Ditcheva.
She doesn't get decisions. She's knocking people out. She is making them quit.
Like, Valentina makes you pay. She makes.
With this victory, Ditcheva claimed the PFL flyweight title and pocketed a cool $1 million. But more importantly, she silenced every critic who labeled her a can crusher. The numbers speak for themselves: 14 wins, 0 defeats, and 10 first-round finishes. At just 26 years old, she is not merely knocking on the door of elite competition, she's kicking it down with force.
It's been a long time coming. This is mentally the strongest I've ever been.
You know, competition is important to me, so if you're going to put me with the same girls and have the same girls in the tournament, I'm not really that interested.
You've just mentioned there that you want to be the queen of this division worldwide.
We were just kind of talked about going into the UFC.
Thought about for many, many years and just not been in the position to do it. People now, with me beating Taila Santos, they want to see like what else I'm capable of, so it's got to be something more.
People thought she won against Shevchenko. You know, she's never been stopped. She's never been stopped. Shevchenko didn't stop her. People thought she beat her. And now what can people really say? Made it look like another can on the list of people always comment on my stuff.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. When asked about the possibility of facing Valentina Shevchenko, the reigning UFC flyweight champion and arguably the greatest female MMA fighter of all time, Ditcheva did not hesitate. Her 6-word response was, "I could definitely, and I would." That is not just confidence, it is a direct challenge to a fighter who has dominated her division for nearly a decade. At 36, Shevchenko is coming off a grueling trilogy with Alexa Grasso, a win, a loss, and a draw that revealed cracks in her armor.
That fight set the tone for her rivalry with Nunes, which peaked in 2017 at UFC 215. In their rematch, Shevchenko lost a razor-thin split decision many fans still dispute to this day. Before her legendary flyweight run, Shevchenko also defeated Holly Holm in a striking masterclass and submitted grappler Juliana Pena with a slick armbar. Proof she wasn't just a striker. But it was in 2018, when the UFC introduced the women's flyweight division, that Valentina truly began her reign. She won the vacant belt by dominating former strawweight queen Joanna Jędrzejczyk over 5 rounds at UFC 231.
The greatest fighter in mixed martial arts that is a female is the underdog tonight. Valentina Shevchenko has completed the rubies on the new belt.
But Ditcheva also showed respect for the champion. She told reporters, "She's been champion for years and years. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still 26. These girls are like 31, 32. So I have to kind of humble myself a little bit." However, do not mistake respect for fear. When pressed further, Ditcheva made her intentions crystal clear. "You put me in a cage, and I'll go against anyone." The British striker currently trains at American Top Team in Florida, alongside UFC flyweight champion Alexandra Pantoja. Her coaches believe she has the tools to beat anyone at 125 pounds.
Put it back on you, Dakota. Who do you think is the number one flyweight in the women's division right now?
Valentina Shevchenko.
You still put her number one?
100%. Look, she's the first person to finish her rubies on a belt. She's been around for so long, and she's stayed at the top of that level. I know people are saying now she's on a little bit of a down, but she's a lot older now. She's been around for years at the top of the level, and no one's been able to wipe her out. Grasso got that one fight on her, which was fair enough, beat her fair and square. But honestly, she can do everything as well. She's a full MMA fighter. She's not just a striker, not just a grappler, not just a wrestler. She's everything. She can switch it all up. So I genuinely feel like flyweight, she is 100% up there.
Do you hate the UFC questions? Because, I mean, you're in the PFL. They're the ones who found you. Like, they put you in this position. They just made you a millionaire. Do you hate that question?
Yeah, no, I don't hate it, but I just feel like PFL deserve the respect. You know, like I said, they picked me up in Europe, you know, when I was like, not a big, I was known, but I wasn't massive, you know, so I'm not saying I'm massive now, but I've got a lot of attention recently. So they've helped me build that, you know, they've helped me build my followers, my fans, like they've, you know, give me opportunities like fighting in that Europe tournament, now in this they didn't even have a flyweight division until I signed, you know, so the opportunities that they've given me, you can't forget that. And they might not be the UFC, but there's still an amazing promotion that has done a lot for me. So I definitely don't hate the UFC questions. I understand that people are interested in that, and there's a whole nother flyweight division there that people are excited to see me in. But there's still so much to give from PFL Europe, and I've got to be grateful for the position that I'm in.
Let's break down the stylistic matchup that has fight fans salivating. Valentina Shevchenko is a master of distance control, using her kicks to maintain range and closing the gap with well-timed blitzes or takedown attempts. She is a decorated Muay Thai world champion and a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt with elite fight IQ. But here's the twist. Dakota Ditcheva might actually hold several key advantages.
Signed Dakota Ditcheva. Dakota is blowing up insane. That's because of the power and the technique and the skill that she possesses. It's on a different level. It's on a level that's so high, we can only imagine what Dakota Ditcheva, if she keeps on continue winning, if her confidence stays sky high, what she will develop in the next few years. She's still not even 30 years old. She's not even 35 years old. She's got a long time to go before she gets there. And she has so much to do in her career. The only question here would be, is Dakota Ditcheva ready for a Valentina Shevchenko? Would her coaches say that they want to develop her a little more? Being in the PFL, she hasn't faced UFC type of competition, but she finishes her fights fast and she runs through opponents like they're nothing. She might need another test, but we saw her fight Talia Santos, and we know that Talia Santos was an extreme test for Shevchenko. You never know when you match two people up, but what we do know is that these two are strikers at the core, and they're looking to hurt their opponent with strikes, but they both have tricks up their sleeve. You never know what they might do. Two of the best in the land, Valentina Shevchenko and Dakota Ditcheva. I want to see this fight. I do want to see this fight.
First, the height and reach advantage. Standing at 5 feet 8 inches, Ditcheva is 3 inches taller than Shevchenko. That extra reach could disrupt Valentina's preferred range and open up opportunities for Dakota to land her punishing body shots, an area where she already outshines most flyweights. Second, the clinch game. While Shevchenko is known for her head and arm throws from the clinch, Ditcheva's Muay Thai background gives her a dominant edge in close-range combat. We saw this against Santos, where she neutralized takedown attempts and controlled the fight with knees and elbows along the cage.
The target.
I think she has things to work on. I don't know how it's gonna play out for her, but yeah, she has potential.
Everyone's difficult with their own style. Everyone has power. Everyone has chances to knock out each other. I don't know what is gonna be next. Who is gonna be next, but I am here. No matter how old I am feeling great.
Third, the youth factor. Ditcheva is just 26, while Shevchenko is 36. Father Time is undefeated, and Dakota is entering her prime. The real question is not whether Ditcheva has the skills, it's whether she has the experience to handle the mental and physical pressure of facing a living legend on the biggest stage in MMA. As of now, Dakota is still under contract with the PFL for another year, but that hasn't stopped Dana White and the UFC from taking notice.
Keep the UFC out of their mouth.
When is Dakota Ditcheva going to the UFC?
I think people now, with me beating Tyler Santos, they want to see what else I'm capable of, so it's got to be something more.
Women want to be equal. And believe me when I tell you, women have proved here that they are equal. They have absolutely proven themselves, and people love the women's fight.
The numbers speak volumes. Dakota has brought fresh energy and new eyes to women's MMA. Her unique background, training with her mother, Lisa Howarth, a world champion kickboxer, and her elite finishing ability make her a marketable global star. There is even growing talk of cross-promotional super fights, especially with Saudi Arabia's Turki Al-Alshik pushing for dream matchups between promotions. If they can make Francis Ngannou versus John Jones happen, why not Ditcheva versus Shevchenko?
Ditcheva's ground game.
That's somebody that I've looked up to and watched in the UFC, and for me it's a very big moment. I feel like I bring in a lot of attention.
Right now, Dakota is enjoying her moment and spending her $1 million prize on family. But she has made it clear she wants to test herself against the best. I don't want people singing my praises and calling me the best fighter ever, she said. Because I understand there are better girls out there. But I do feel like I've earned a bit of respect now. The MMA community has been buzzing since her dominant performance. Social media exploded with comparisons to Shevchenko, and many fans boldly claim Dakota is already better than the current version of Bullet. Expert analysts are split. Some believe Dakota's power and youth give her a legitimate chance, while others argue that experience and championship composure cannot be taught, only earned.
That was digging deep for sure. Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble. Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for the championship. Not sure what that's all about.
What is undeniable is that this potential matchup has captured the imagination of fans worldwide. It represents the classic passing of the torch scenario, the aging champion versus the rising lioness. And even Dakota Ditcheva knows what that means. If I'm beating people like Santos now, she said, just think what I'll be like when I'm 30 or 31. I've got a bright future, for sure, for sure.